What's going on with you guys, you and Block 6? You guys just parted ways or what happened?
They tried to get me to sign over to a record label for 200k, but it was a cross-recruitment deal, which they didn't tell me. And then if they don't recoup their money, it will be coming from my streams to pay back what they didn't make back.
When I'm searching you, I'm Googling you, what pops up the most for me, I'm seeing Ritz.
Ritz was my first solo song.
Can you open up a bit to me about what happened that day at Brookmill Park?
Nah, we're not gonna talk about that, man.
What happens at Brookmill Park stays at Brookmill Park?
I don't know what park that is, man.
A face reveal. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't understand. I'm not showing my face for a reason, and I don't support anyone trying to find out my face or posting fake faces because you could get other people in trouble. 2021 was the year I made money and done the commercial sound, experienced into the commercial lane of things. 2022 is when I bring the old Lucii back.
All right, so we're jumping into an interview here. I got Lucky Lucii with me, and he's wearing the mask, but he did say he's going to open up to me. He's going to give me some information about his come up before he was famous. So let's just jump into this FaceTime right now. How's it going, bro?
Good, man. How are you, my bro?
Very good, man. Very good. I see you're out in Spain having you're on a holiday or what?
Yeah, man. I'm out here shooting a vid, but holiday same way, innit? 50-50.
Love it, bro. And you got some boys with you back there? You guys having fun?
Yeah, that's YA, and then Pac-Man TV, the cameraman. Innit?
Oh yeah, I've been seeing Pac-Man. You've been tagging him up a bunch. We might have to do a video on him next.
Yeah. Uncle Pac-Man.
That's wonderful, bro. So I know you're a bit of a mystery. Everyone's wondering who's the guy behind the mask. Now, we got no idea. We ain't here exposing no one, but we wanted to know what you were willing to share with us, so we prepared a bunch of questions.
Yeah, that's fine, man.
Your childhood growing up in London, like Grove Park area, what was that like?
Yeah, no, it was alright, man. Obviously, 1-2 issue here and there, but it's South London, innit? What else can I say? Obviously, born and raised Lewisham. Obviously, now I'm everywhere. Every country, every place, I'm everywhere. But yeah, no, Lewisham's where my heart's at.
Love it. Now, are you Turkish? Like, are you from Cyprus or am I mistaken?
So yeah, I'm Turkish Cypriot, North Cyprus.
When did you come over to the UK?
No, I was born in Lewisham Hospital, so I've been in the UK all my life.
And do you keep any of that? Like, are your family, Turkish people are pretty rich with their culture, their heritage, their music. Do you have any of that?
Yeah, here and there.
Got it.
More on my dad's side, yeah.
Yeah, and they're living in the UK?
Yeah.
Is there a big Turkish community in the UK?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. More in North London though, more than South.
Tell me a bit about yourself as a kid growing up. What were you into?
In terms of what?
Like, for me, I was into acting. I did a bit of Irish dancing. Like, I don't know, were you a troublemaker? What were you like?
Well, I've been into music all my life, obviously. I'm glad that I obviously went down this path of being an artist, but I mean, yeah, I guess you could say I was a troublemaker. I was more put in positions of trouble, but yeah, more than a troublemaker myself, then yeah.
Now, I was always a bit of a troublemaker, like, getting sent to the principal's office, and it stuck with me, right? Because it made me an entrepreneur. Like, I was a risk taker.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Yeah, no, obviously we all take risks to get to where we are now, so I guess you can say that also about me. What
classes did you like in school? Like, what was what were you interested in?
I failed all my GCSEs, but I'm here I am now. I'm 19, six figure man, so I can't complain. But all my GCSEs flopped. Didn't get one GCSE. I liked English, obviously. I liked reading and writing, but that was it really. Music and English.
Did they teach music at school?
Yeah. They taught me how to record. Obviously, they taught the basics. So it would be like you would need to make a backing track to an advert type of thing. So like a Lamborghini advert or something. Obviously not Lamborghini, but like a Jaguar or BMW advert. So little simple things like that.
Super cool.
Obviously, that was only the start.
Love it. Yeah. And then you found you had more interest in it than your peers, and it's something you did like outside of school, I'm guessing?
Yeah. So my first studio session actually was with something in the UK we call Yacht. So it's like a youth offending team. So when you get arrested at a young age, you have, well, they don't give you two options, but there's two things that can happen. There's, if you get found guilty, they'll send you to a detention center, so like Fulham or something, or they'll give you yacht, which is like, they'll put you on courses about knife crime and blah 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 in the UK. So when I went to yacht, I did a music course. It wasn't a music course. It was a music something. I forgot the name they would call it, innit? And then I went studio through that, met someone at the studio, recorded my first song, and then from there just keep going back and forth.
Sure.
I think that's how I found my passion for music, man.
Wow. So that was almost like it was almost like you were in like juvenile detention.
Yeah, sort of, but obviously you wouldn't be in jail or nothing, and you'd just be going from your house once a week, twice a week to this place, and then you do your thing there, type of thing.
Cool. Worked out for you.
Yeah, come on.
I gotta ask you about this dog. Whose dog is that?
Oh, I have no idea.
That dog wants to get in on the interview.
Sorry, hold on. Have I come off camera?
All right. Next question is who inspired? What were the rappers you looked up to, or the other artists that inspired you?
Inspired me. You know, I said in my I had an interview with No Jumper at one point. I said in that interview that Abracadabra sort of inspired me. There was one song with Abra and I think Rendo, and it's called Fright Night. It was a very like horror themed song. That song, that's where I think I found my sound.
Wow.
But in terms of the inspiration, I don't know, man. I grew up on so many rappers. It's hard to sit and list them.
I know, and there's so many more now, right? Like when I was coming up, it was just like Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. I don't know, like, you know, there'd be like 20, 30, but now there's hundreds.
Yeah, no, there's thousands if anything. I mean, the UK alone has hundreds. It's crazy, to be honest. It's a big ocean that we're swimming in.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
Oh, you're so young.
Yeah, I'm young, innit?
I can't even ask you questions like, what was the first CD you bought? Because that didn't even exist for you. It'd be like downloads.
Nah, do you know what? My first as in music CD was a best of gigs. I think you should know about gigs, innit? You know what gigs is.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day, before Walk in the Park and all these albums, it would just be best of gigs, and there would be like 40 songs on there. Some of the hardest freestyles that ain't even on YouTube now, innit? I think that was my first CD. Obviously, I think gigs was the only CD I was buying back then. Because then after that, it was all YouTube.
Did you ever work any like regular jobs before getting into music?
Nah, never worked a day in my life.
Amazing. You kids in the internet, you got it made, bro. All right, so what's going on with you guys, you and Block 6? Like, is that happening? You guys just parted ways, or what happened?
In terms of Block 6, it's a funny story. I joined about 2 years ago, around this time 2 years ago. I joined under a management contract. So the management contract was 25% of whatever I make. They fund my videos, they pay for production, and they upload my music. So they distribute my music. So they have control of the distribution, so they can take their percentage before paying me. But so throughout the whole of 2020, they didn't distribute my songs, so no money's coming in. Towards the end of 2020, obviously, we were having loads of petty arguments about selling songs. So, for example, to not bring up too many names, let's just say for a good example, Press Play, a platform that us true artists put our music on. Press Play will come to me and go, I like this song, or let's work on a project. I'll give you this amount. This is what we'll do. This budget for the video, blah, blah. I then sold, I think, 1 or 2 songs to Press Play. Big up Press Play. And then my manager at the time, I took more than more than 25%, a lot more than 25%, put it that way. And that was the only money that was coming in at the time from music. Bear in mind, this was probably our peak in our career as well. So yeah. And then arguments come through. I guess you could say we just, I didn't breach my contract, yeah, but my contract with them, I was 17 when I signed it. So to sign a contract at 17, you need a parent or guardian to sign as well. Otherwise, the contract's completely void. So I just said the contract's nothing in it, don't mean nothing, and then left. And then from there, my ex-manager would go online and talk loads of nonsense. This happened, that happened, but I mean, it's all legal stuff, to be honest. So there's nothing really like petty. Like, no, not even petty, but nothing personal. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's the thing with show business, right? The business part can get real ugly.
Well, you're doing your...
The business part is what people don't see. And then on top of that, business side is where these artists are getting their money from, how everything's being funded. I mean, videos are not free. Do you know what I'm saying? Even cameramen alone are not free.
No.
So it's like, it's all mad, to be honest, because you put money in and you see money back. But when you're not seeing money back, it causes problems. And then on top of that, when someone else is seeing your money, it causes more problems. So it's just, business can get real dodgy with the wrong people.
Yeah.
And that's with any type of business, innit? But music business especially, because everything's in writing. So people will find that way and this way to cut around the writing. So what they're doing is not illegal, but it's not legal. They're just doing dodgy stuff, going down this pathway to avoid this clause in that contract and da-da-da. So I guess, yeah, business gets dodgy, man. But it's life.
Yeah, that's it, right? I would look back at that contract and make sure, if you have your next album drop blows up, they might come back at you. So I would just make sure you cross your T's and dot your I's, I guess.
Well, who comes back at me?
Huh?
Well, who comes back at me?
Those guys who tried, they put you in a contract before you were of age, right?
So what happened there, technically, is they put me in that contract at 17, and then at 18, they tried to get me to sign over to a record label for 200K, but it was a cross-recruitment deal, which they didn't tell me, which would have meant I get 200K, but the other artists in Block 6 get money as well. And then if they don't recoup their money, so to put it simply, if they don't make the money back, and on top of that interest, it will be coming from my streams to pay back what they didn't make back. And then on top of that, it was, I can only sign and agree to the deal if I shelf Tiz Gola and YA. So I said no. That is when we drew the line and said no more Block 6. So I don't think they're coming back. They can't come back. Obviously, I own my own record label now, no remorse. To put it simply, we've elevated completely. Our pockets have elevated, our videos have elevated, our music, everything elevated.
Good for you, bro. Thank you for being so open with us. That's.
Oh man, it's something that obviously I wanted to let my music speak for itself, but sometimes you just gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Totally. Now talking about music. When I'm searching you, I'm Googling you. What pops up the most for me? I'm seeing Ritz. That's the one that's really.
Yeah. Ritz was my first solo song. So it's funny because Ritz is like, I think in the top 10 or top 15 biggest songs on Press Play, and it was my first song, technically. That song I released it. I done a video in a trap house, obviously, low budget video, very gritty, talking very mad on the song. It hit, I think, 2 million views in a long time. Like it took long to hit 2 million views. And then it just, as soon as TikTok started blowing up loads of artists, there was a little clip in Ritz that got clipped and then just went viral on TikTok, and I think now it's touching 10 million views. Stupid numbers for just a 15-second viral clip on TikTok, innit? But yeah, obviously, Ritz. Yeah, Ritz is making an appearance on my tape. I've remade the original, made a number 2 and slapped it on my tape. Out January 1st, midnight on all platforms, UK time.
Can you open up a bit to me about what happened that day at Brookmill Park?
This guy. Nah, we're not gonna talk about that, man.
What happens at Brookmill Park stays at Brookmill Park?
I don't know what park that is, man.
Did you watch any reaction videos to your music videos?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm good friends with Walks, which is one of the reactors, obviously. Lead to the VI, Cash Life Spacey, Right Talk TV. A couple reactors I'm good friends with. I watched a couple. Obviously, I only watched the main ones. But yeah, it's good to hear feedback on your songs to know what to improve on. Obviously, I've noticed with the big reactors, they'll actually go in depth on what you need to improve on and what was bad and what was good. So obviously, they're the ones I pay attention to. But yeah, I think reactors are a good thing for the scene.
Cool. Oh, that's good to hear. Yeah, they're kind of like movie critics, but like, you know, for music videos. Yeah. And who's your favorite reactor?
Ooh, you can't do that to me.
Yeah.
You're gonna cause problems in the scene, mate. Nah, you can't do that.
Is there any American reaction channels that you like or that you've watched?
Chino Supreme and Crocodile Reacts.
Cool. I'll have to check these guys out. I don't know them.
Yeah, they're 2 good reactors. And yeah, I think that's it. I can't off the top of my head. I can't think of anyone else. Obviously, Cash Life Spacey from America as well.
Which guy?
Cash Life Spacey, Right Talk TV.
Right. Do you follow any? What American YouTubers or entertainers would you be interested in?
Nah, I don't really follow any of that. I sort of just block that out of my mind. The only thing I really focus on at this point is business.
All right, we got to talk about the mask. Obviously, I've never seen this mask before. I'm just curious where you found it. Do you have a collection of them? How did you find this signature mask?
It just comes to me, innit? The mask is just me. The mask represents me, along with what I say on songs. But yeah, no, I do have a big collection of them. I pretty much have every mask from every video. And then on top of that, masks that haven't appeared in videos yet, or masks that have appeared in other people's videos and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, no, I have a good 100 of them. Just a big stack of them.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
And no one knows your source? No one knows, is it...
Nah.
That's clever.
I mean, I think they get sold on eBay now. But back when I first started, there wasn't no source.
Amazing. Good for you, man. And I'm sure people are always asking for a face reveal. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't know why people want to see my face. I mean, I know it's a mystery, but it's a bit mad. I don't understand. I'm not showing my face for a reason. I like the privacy. On top of that, if you want me to release songs talking a load of wherever, you gotta expect me not to show my face. And I don't support anyone trying to find out my face or posting fake faces, because you could get other people in trouble, get them in law trouble. You're putting a lot of people in danger. So, I mean, yeah, I don't support any of that, to be honest. People shouldn't be wondering, innit? But I guess it's something that it's a mystery that'll never be solved.
I think you should, I don't think, unless you're at the Grammys or you take the world stage.
Yeah, unless it's a big event or something, yeah.
Yeah, don't give it to them, because if that's what they want, you got to keep them guessing.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And good for you. The privacy is a great idea. Like I said, I've been doing this. I got 1 billion views. And there's a lot of days I wish I didn't put my face out there, man.
Yeah, no, come on, man. Obviously, yeah, no, privacy is key in a life like this.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in the limelight of things, because if you don't have privacy, you don't have anything. That's how I feel personally.
Well, man, I really appreciate you taking the time and opening up to me about all our questions. One last thing, obviously, you've got an album coming out on January 1st, Awakening.
Yeah, January 1st, I've got an album coming out called Awakening. Obviously, the origin of the album is that 2021 was the year I made money and done the commercial sound, experienced into the commercial lane of things, just to get me through some pathways in the industry. And then 2022 is when I bring the old Lucii back, talking a load of crud, low budget videos, if that's what they want, that type of thing. And that's when Lucii awakens again. So this year, I mean, Lucii's been sleeping really, innit?
Got
I
it.
haven't seen much.
As he yawns.
Yeah, man.
Love it. So everyone, check it out. Obviously, guys, super fans are watching this video to the end. So January 1st, 2022, be sure to check it out. And that's on all platforms?
Yeah, every platform, midnight UK time. So I think the USA is 5 hours behind, if I'm right.
Yeah, I think I got family in Ireland. I think, yeah, 6, maybe 6.
Yeah, something like that. So I think it would come out for them at what, like, what even is that, 12 or like 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, about 6, 7 o'clock. But yeah, be out on all platforms.
Anyway, bro, thank you so much for taking the time.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. You too, man.
And you get back to your fun out there in Spain. Say what's up to Pac-Man TV for me.
Yeah, but let me show you the view.
Okay.
Crazy out here, man.
Amazing.
The lighting.
And it looks like someone finally put a muzzle on that dog.
Yeah, honestly.
Good for you, bro. 19, man. That's amazing.
Come on, man. I appreciate you taking the time, my bro, yeah?
All right. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Love, my bro. Love.